All my life I've struggled with my weight. I was a chubby little boy, a chubby young man, and a chubby adult. I've been teased, I've been called names, I've been overlooked for promotions, and none of that motivated me to do anything. I didn't need it, and neither do you. This morning I'd like to talk about the morning I finally got honest with the scale. If you're watching this early, before the world gets loud, I'm glad you're here. Today's episode isn't about weight loss tips, it's about a moment of honesty. Not the loud, dramatic kind, the quiet kind that sneaks up on you over time. For me, it didn't start with the scale. It started with how everything felt. Heavier. My knees hurt, my back hurt. My clothes weren't comfortable anymore. They were merely tolerated. I realized I was holding my breath when I bent over to tie my shoes. Not because I was out of shape in a dramatic way, but because every movement had become an effort. And here's the important part. I didn't hate myself. I hated how I felt. There's a difference, and it matters. I wasn't looking in the mirror with disgust. I wasn't beating myself up. I was just tired of feeling uncomfortable in my own body. I remember in the March of 2025, I was flying commercially, something I've done plenty of times before. I sat down to buckle in. I needed a seatbelt extender, but I wouldn't ask. Then I reached for the seat back tray and it wouldn't come down. Not because the plane was old, not because something was broken, because there simply wasn't enough room. I remember sitting there, staring straight ahead, pretending it didn't matter, but it did. Not in a humiliating way, but in a clarifying way. That was one of those quiet moments where your body tells you the truth, even if your mind has been in denial for a while. Still, even then, I didn't rush home and declare war on myself. That came later. One morning in October, I stepped on the scale and it read 313 pounds. I didn't feel shame, I felt clarity. A determination rose from deep inside. No panic, no self-loathing, no dramatic vows. Just this simple, steady thought. This is where I am. Not where I failed, not where I'm stuck forever, just where I am now. There's something powerful about that kind of awareness. When you remove shame, you can finally see clearly. And when you see clearly, you can decide what to do next, calmly, honestly, and sustainably. That morning wasn't about desperation. It was about alignment. My body had been sending messages for a while. That morning, finally, I listened to them. I didn't decide to change because I hated myself. I decided to change because I wanted to feel better moving through my day. To breathe normally tying my shoes. To sit comfortably in an airline seat. To no longer need 4X shirts and to move with less effort. If any of this sounds familiar, hear this clearly. You don't need to hate yourself to want something different. You don't need a breaking point. You don't need shame or embarrassment. Sometimes all you need is an honest moment with the truth, and then the courage to respond with care instead of criticism. That's what this entire series is about. Not perfection, not punishment, just honest mornings and small, steady decisions. If my personal account resonated with you, I'd love to hear your story. Please leave a comment. What was your moment of clarity? If you want to walk this path with me, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and join me for the next conversation. This is Sun Up and Slimming Down, and I'm Mike Mustaine. I'm glad you're here with me right now. Let me leave you with this question. What if change didn't start with shame, but with honesty? Take care, and I'll see you next time.